Today we're going to be tackling fuel system and try and make it not explode.
It's not a fucking Toyota Hilux.
Oh,
How many cells are in this one?
many. What are you doing, step bro? Compare the pair. Same age, same income.
Hey, we're filming. Jesus, turn.
What is bloody going on, you bloody legends? Today we have Sam Young back in the house. What he will be doing is a complete head-to-tail fuel system on this Land Cruiser 80 series.
Welcome back to the bloody channel, you bloody legends. We're here with bloody Mad Dog, bloody Max, and today we're going to be tackling fuel system and try and make it not explode. We've got everything we possibly can from Raceworks, which is very nice of them to send us.
Yep.
And
really
Max knows exactly what he's doing, and I don't. So all those things combined should hopefully mean no ethanol fires.
Yeah.
We're going to tell you exactly what we're going to put in the car to try and make the power. Starting with this.
Yep, so surge tank. This thing is going to be pushing quite a bit of power. Obviously it's hard to draw all of that fuel needed under acceleration from a single pump inside your main tank. So the surge tank kind of acts as like where the engine draws from fuel under high load acceleration kind of scenarios. So the main tank feeds into this. This has two pumps in it, which will feed the engine when needed, I guess, under full power.
Yep.
And then the engine just returns back into this tank.
Nice.
So yeah, it's kind of like a little tank in
So
between.
we've got one of these girls, like a 360 or something litre per hour.
They're 340s.
340s in the main tank.
Yep.
Feeding this.
Filling this.
This will then get two Walbro
460s.
460s, so a lot of fuel,
These
almost
two boys.
1,000 litres per hour. Into here, obviously we've got all the Raceworks fittings you could ever dream of or imagine to make all this work. We're using Raceworks -A8.
A8, yep.
Yep.
PTFE, ethanol safe, stainless braid.
Black dog line.
Looks nice.
It's going to look hot, but it's going to keep it all safe and secure. We've got the Raceworks billet washable E85 safe 10 micron fuel filter as well. So obviously the fuel in Australia is for some reason dog quality and always contaminated, so that's going to be really important. And then another important piece of the puzzle is this, which is a genuine Bosch injector, short style, modified by Raceworks. It's E85 safe and a 1500cc. So
Should be more than enough.
should be more than enough for this big 4.5 litre dog of a thing. That's going to be running through the ProFlow fuel rail.
Yep.
That we have as well.
Yep. Still sorting out the manifold.
Still sorting out the
situation,
manifold, but what we're going to do in this episode is try and get as much of the fuel system as we can from the back end of the car up to the front, so that hopefully after today it's just a matter of
Connecting it all.
connecting with the fuel rail and kick it in the guts and watch it burn. So fingers crossed. We're not going to get much done over here, and we have to find a way to mount this nicely. We're thinking in the back between the coilover towers, out of the way. It's going to get an enclosed box and that sort of thing, so it should be nice and safe. Obviously, you probably don't want
Snacks
that in
inside
there.
there.
Hopefully, it's a box of chats. But yeah, obviously, you don't want this just rolling around your boot. No. You also just don't want this exposed because you do have terminals, you've got lines, you've got fuel traveling at such a rate of knots. So you do have to be a little bit cautious about where you mount these. Shall we hop to it?
Yes, sir. Please.
Now, for some strange reason, 80 series rear boot floors are ribbed for her pleasure and not actually even whatsoever. So a perfectly flat, nice piece of alloy surge tank is not going to bolt down, and Max has a solution, hopefully.
Well, it has full mounting tabs on the bottom. What I'm thinking is we'll cut a plate out of alloy or something, put that underneath the carpet and bolt that to the body, and then that way we can bolt this through the carpet into the plate, make it all look nice and flat and even and sexy between the towers, and it shouldn't go anywhere. It's a plan.
Well, that's stickers, they're not for road
Not
use.
for road use.
They've got that.
I've been trying to pull it off.
That's strange.
That's just a recommendation.
Yeah, 1 second.
That's not a...
Yeah, it's not.
Come on, very nice.
want to buy Sharpie. Wouldn't you like to see, mate, what's inside?
Wow,
what's
Emmanuel.
inside Sammy's box? Nothing. What have we got here, Maximus? This looks like some pumpy dumpies.
Yeah, so we have a Walbro 460 fuel pump here, mate.
Hot
There's
shit.
2 of these going into your surge
Stop,
tank.
two?
Two, not one,
Stop it.
not 3.
You're
but
kidding.
2. So this is going to provide you with
Cool.
920 litres per hour.
Of fuel. Quicker than I can drink beer, that's for sure. Fun fact. Despite rocking nothing but better beer merchandise for the entirety of his build series, can't drink beer.
They do fit Walbros. Sexy. Pretty sexy. Boosted and built garage.
Do you guys liking these episodes, or do you reckon we're irrelevant? Don't give up. What is going on? Come on, g'day guys. Doesn't clear. Nice. Long screen. You'll never guess what the cat just dragged in. Holy. It's not a fucking Toyota Hilux. What the hell? Oh, the Armo Glow is Battle of the Vloggers.
I've been stung. This is what I do to people. You know what that do?
Look at the ring. What are you here for, mate? Picking up some parts?
Yeah, right. So as you guys know, Sam Young has said we're doing a straight swap Hilux for 80 because they're the same.
That's right. That's right.
That's why I'm here.
All old Toyotas are actually interchangeable with each other, especially once they've been tinkered with by HD. So it's just a swap and go situation. Let's have a look at. I don't know if you guys have seen this car up close and personal before. It's got to be the cleanest, scratch-free black dual cab I think I've seen. How much money do you pay your detailer? Because whatever it is, it's not enough.
The next day.
How many cells are in this one?
Oh, many. Where would you mount this, Levi, if you were going to put this somewhere in my car?
Oh, well, you'd want to be as close as you can to the engine because of voltage drop. So, considering, you know, the gauge or wire you're using, I would say side mount.
Firewall.
Yeah, I mean, what do you mean what? I mean, indeed. Depending on the structural integrity of your firewall, you may need to backing plate it, but yeah, it should sit sideways. What are you laughing at?
Alrighty, so as you're probably aware now, no space in the engine bay to mount anything because we cut it all out of the way, which has meant, you know, creative problems require creative solutions, and that's exactly what you're looking at right here. Obviously, Optimas are incredibly good batteries. Automotive Superstore sent us this little bad boy, D34 yellow top. They also do a red top and a blue top if you're a marine, if you're, you know, a bloody jellyfish. Now, we're going to be putting this in the car, so it's important that this was a sealed battery, which this is, a non-spillable dog, otherwise you will die. The other beautiful thing about this is that Raceworks do a D34 Optima specific billet battery tray, which is what you're looking at here. So 4 bolts to mount that dog down, then it's Allen keys, it's all safe. You can even see if we tip him down here, we've got cutouts for the posts. So that has made this nice and easy. So we're probably gonna put this in the back, probably next to the ethanol surge tank. So if it shorts out, it explodes. No, I don't know where we're gonna put it yet. Somewhere in the car, it looks nice, I like it. Thank you for having me. Good night, San Diego.
So, just gonna put this on loosely so we can do all the lines and everything, and then yeah, at the end we'll put the carpet over the plate but under the surge tank. So it looks like it's just mounted straight to the floor. While I'm slaving away on this vehicle, the man himself is stuffing his face with lettuce and
Add a salad lemon, which consumed of lettuce, no dressing, because that's fat. Compare the pair. Same age, same income, same calorie contribution.
Hey, we're filming. Jesus, turn. You just ruined the whole take.
Everything's we had our guts out and everything.
It's 10 meters. Look, see this? This is a joke. It's a massive 10-meter condom on this.
Yeah, it's just kicked in, but.
Well, tank's underneath us. We need to go from tank to surge tank. We got a feed line. We got a return line. So they're gonna go from this tank up around the back of this cooler tower to the surge tank. And then from the surge tank, we've got to run 2 outlets and the return all the way up to the engine. So starting at the back, we'll do tank to surge, just with this black, sexy Raceworks braid. And then when that's all done, we'll see what we get left over. Might have to order some more. We're gonna go 10 meters. It's gonna be quite a few hoses going around, but we'll start with that, see how we go.
What are you doing, Step Bro? Stuck in my coilover tower? What's going on, you bloody legends? Why, like, imagine the seller's putting this back in my car like I want it. Jasper! I got a present for you. Oh, I better send that to Brizzy.
You never know when you need a block of wood. I don't know how to make the hoses look pretty when they're all running up to this tank. What we're gonna do, we're gonna put all the hoses on, leave a bit of wiggle room, put them all on loosely on the tank, and then at the end we'll do a bit of like hose / cable management where we use these nice little billet like holders essentially.
That's right. Hold them apart.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, make them look really sexy. And we'll try run them straight back to behind these towers so they just like straight and then disappear. And we'll just bundle them together so like the ones that go that way stay together, the ones that go that way stay together.
Perfect.
Make it look sexy.
Hot as.
Half the labour in this job is just unwrapping the.
Can't wait for the laser build. So Max has just finalised the routing of the fuel lines, basically trying to make them as super neat and tidy as possible while still being able to fold the seats down and not have them rubbing or anything. We are going to be using some of the billet line separators that are from Raceworks to help basically just, I guess, route them, sort of like cable management, but of the fuel line variety. And then obviously once it's all mounted up and finalised, we'll be putting the carpet back in. So the bracket that the surge tank is mounted to will be under the carpet. And then we'll be bolting the surge tank through the carpet to that bracket. So it's going to look really, really tidy once it's in, almost factory. If 80s came factory with coilovers and a surge tank. So very keen. It's looking really good. 2.8 litre tank, 2.6 because we're running the 2 pumps in him. We're just waiting on a little bit more -8 AN line from Raceworks and also another one of their billet inline fuel filters because we're using one in between the main tank and the surge. And then we'll run another one between the surge and the fuel rail to protect those 1500cc injectors. But for now, I think it's lunchtime. Like this entire project, I underestimated how much AN8 line we were going to need. So we've just about pumped through 10 meters, and all we've done is connect the surge to the main and run a few little lines through the floor. Let me show you. Max is loving it. Good back position in here.
Highly ergonomic.
Very ergonomic.
Coilover design.
Looking good, but
Yeah.
we're just waiting.
Tidied up, but
Like Max said in a previous thing, maybe I'll come over here and show you. Come for a walk. We've got these nice billet line separators from Raceworks. So obviously you don't want all the lines rubbing and dangling and bashing together. So let me find an example for you. So sort of like this, right? So really nice billet clamps. We got a whole bunch of 4-line, 3-line, 2 lines, coupling stuff like that with like these nice Raceworks P clamps means a really tidy install. So that's going to be exciting. So we're basically going to do some like cable management, but with those to make sure the fuel lines and stuff are nice and neat. This is dash 10, so that's going to be for like the breather and the catch can in the engine bay. But yeah, this is for another episode. But we've also got Raceworks sending us, well, I guess it's part of this episode, they're sending us one of their compact flex fuel sensors, as well as their billet bypass brackets and billet mounts for it. So we'll be able to run flex fuel through the Haltech, which is super exciting. And then in other news, after a recent influx of comments on a YouTube video, we are staying away from cable throttle.
We did say it was better.
We did say it was better. We thought, maybe we shouldn't, but we also didn't realise that it was actually quite an affordable thing if we're already gone standalone Haltech to just run a cable and drive-by-wire throttle setup. So Raceworks thankfully have got us an 82mm Bosch electronic throttle body, weld-on flange, and a Wiggins clamp adapter for that. And then we've also got one of the Raceworks drive-by-wire throttle pedals to put in the car. So this thing's just getting wilder and wilder by the day. And I'm getting broker and broker by the day. Max is getting closer and closer to killing himself by the day. And Hayden, well, he got so close he blew up this morning and yelled. But anyway.
Sliding it like a wet flow. Already fried from the get-go. Alligators look like gecko. Everything I do, they echo.
How do you feel working on Sam's car?
Sad, angry, depressed, annoyed, over it, tired, horny. You get that from the big jobs. It happens, eh?
They're like dip can. No rehearse, need no reverb. Hold your lip, don't say 3 words. Quick trip to get that lick.
Comment below if at the end of this year I should move to Brisbane. Someone on my recent TikTok said Queensland's biggest flop, so people already think I live up here. Maybe I should make it official. G'day guys, welcome back to another.
Welcome back to another episode.
G'day guys. No, well, what you've got here is a couple of cowgirls sponsored by Raceworks, and what we're going to do here is turn this back of an 80 into a factory spec by reinstalling the 30-year-old carpet. Yeah, lift him up there. Yeah. That's the ticket right there. I mean, actually, we could start a church. It seems like you don't really need much of an authoritarian voice to start a church. Turbo FZ Emporium of Happiness.
The auto sparkies really love it when you use their soldering iron to melt holes in carpet to feed bolts through. And then you don't clean it off and you just let the plastic smolder and melt on the tip for days. And it's really nice. And they're super happy about it once you do it.
Please don't let any auto sparkies see me using a soldering knife, please.
Clean hands, Sam.
Oh!
See this? Hands of a true man. Hands of a 40-year-old virgin.
Nothing like scrolling between a bloke's legs and whatnot.
This looks fucking illegal, unreal.
Tell you what, I'm impressed. Young Maximus Prime has done well. Somehow managed to get the surge tank perfectly level and centered as well. What is bloody going on, you bloody legends?
I put the wrong pin on.
Internet can't know you make mistakes. Please.
Like that guy. You didn't purge the exhaust. You just happened to leave out the footage of me purging the exhaust. So, injector loom. Deutsch plug on the end, very sexy, all braided. You're gonna hide it under the manifold, run the connector to the back, but because there's no fucking space, it all sucks.
I am back in Brisbane.
I never left this engine bay.
Max is not left yet, but the fuel system is done.
Engine bay fuel system is done.
Very exciting.
Obviously we've got the 2 lines coming up from the back, the return and the feed. So from the back forwards, it goes through a Raceworks billet fuel filter that's mounted on the firewall into the rail. Rail is still the ProFlow rail, which is fitted to our custom manifold. It's got some Raceworks 1500cc injectors, which may or may not do the power we want, we'll find out. That feeds in the back of the rail, front of the rail, loops back through, returns to the back. That goes through a GFB fuel reg, as well as the Raceworks flex fuel and temperature sensor. So all pretty straightforward. We've tried to keep it as like minimalistic and neat as possible. These wires and stuff we tucked away later, but it's looking pretty good. So hopefully no leaks, fingers crossed.
Brings us to the end of another episode. Max has been absolutely killing it here at HD Auto with the fuel system up the front. He has done all the good stuff. We've got the injectors, we've got the filter, we've got the flex sensor, we've got the GFB fuel pressure reg, we've got all the stuff in the back. I would show you the surge tank that we've fitted, but it's absolute chaos in there. But you know what it looks like already. If you've loved what you've seen, like, subscribe, do all those things. Drop a comment what you are most excited for. We're about to try and start this thing, but you're gonna have to wait for that in a future episode. Bye.